is good, YouTube? My name is George. Welcome to Senior Year, episode 26. It's cold out. Anyways, I am out here at the Middlefield skate park. You guys really like my 5-trick videos. I mean, like, you really like them. I'm kind of doing the holiday theme for these videos in the month of December. So in this video, I am going to give you the gift of more trick inspiration. This time with 10 easy quarter pipe tricks that you can learn in one day. The reason I decided to go with quarter pipe tricks for this video is because I made a mistake as a young skateboarder in neglecting working on quarter pipe tricks. I basically only skated flat ground, ledges, and rails, and it took me till my adult years to fully realize just how fun skating transition can be. So don't make the mistake I made. Start now with these quarter pipe tricks. The only things you should be comfortable with before trying the 10 tricks in this video is dropping in on a quarter pipe, doing a kick turn, and rolling up and back to fakie. All 10 tricks in this video will literally build upon these 3 simple skills and get you to land the trick. Also, pro tip, the key to learning quarter pipe tricks is bend your knees. Bending your knees and staying low helps you keep control of the board, stay balanced, and also if you're gonna slip out, better able to catch yourself. So with any of these, bend those knees. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Rock to fakie. This is typically the first trick that anybody learns on a quarter pipe, and it's not too hard to figure out. It is basically the same as just rolling up the ramp and going to fakie. You just have to get a little more speed so that your front wheels clear the coping, and then you just give a little push on the tail and roll back into the ramp. The key to this trick, like most of them, is to keep your knees bent. If those knees are bent, you're gonna have a lot of control over the board when you're up there on the coping, and then all you do is push that tail down, commit, lean your weight in, switch. It's easy to slip out on this one your first time committing. I feel like once you get that out of the way, it's no big deal. Next is the rock and roll, and some people even like this one more than the rock to fakie because it doesn't involve rolling and switch. Basically, all you do is ride with enough speed to get just your front trucks over the coping, and then turn your shoulders while you're up there, and then kick turn back into the ramp. Rock and roll is like still a pretty cool trick. Advanced skaters do it on big ramps and it looks super cool. Next is the backside 5-0 grind. I'm not talking like fully sitting up on the coping and doing a 5-0 grind, but just barely getting your wheel over the coping enough so that your truck grinds on the coping a little bit and you ride back into the ramp. I've also heard this called just a backside grind or a backside slash, whatever you want to call it. It is a cool trick, and it is literally almost the same as a kick turn. All you need to do is get the right amount of speed so that your trucks hit the coping a little bit. You will feel a little resistance as your truck starts grinding, but if you just follow through and commit, keep your knees bent, you will land this one. A good way to start figuring this one out is to just do kick turns higher and higher on the ramp until you finally hit that coping. Also, trying to take a kick turn more sideways can definitely help you figure this one out. Some people find it just as easy to do a little front side grind. I had a lot of trouble learning this one because you don't see the ramp as you're doing your kick turn and grinding. If you find this natural, definitely try that one out too. It was hard for me. It took me a long time. Following up with that is the axle stall. Just like the backside 5-0 grind that we just went over, you don't have to fully sit up on the coping for this one. If you do that sort of backside 5-0 thing and just tap your front truck down and then go back into the ramp, that is it. That is an axle stall. A good way to think about learning this is to kind of do kick turns and just tap your front truck down halfway and just build that further up the ramp until you finally reach the coping. Next is the FEEBLE stall. This is a very cool looking trick, definitely satisfying to learn. And I think in terms of fully getting up there and standing on top of the quarter pipe, I think the FEEBLE is a good first one to learn. Right when that truck hits, you place your front truck down over the deck, and then all you do is just bring it back and essentially drop into the ramp. I basically learned the FEEBLE, which helped me get used to standing up on the deck of the quarter pipe, and then I actually learned those axle stalls where you're kind of fully sitting up there rather than the kind of halfway one. Okay, so we've been through 5 tricks, and from here on the list is going to get a little more ambitious. Depending on your comfort level, these might be a little more difficult. However, I am still confident you can choose one of these and learn it in one day. Number 6 is the fakie tail stall, and the reason this one is kind of tricky because you need to ride up to the ramp switch, and I know this can be very difficult, especially for a beginner skateboarder, but if you are able to do it, especially if you're on like a mini ramp, you could just do a rock to fakie and then come back. Literally, you just put pressure on the tail and then you literally just drop it. You're like already in drop-in position. Simple as that. On a similar note, if you are able to ride up switch to a quarter pipe, switch rock to regular is particularly easy to learn. Once you are up there in the stall, you don't have to go back down switch, you just push down on the nose and you're riding regular. Nice and easy. Next up is a really cool one, and this might be the first combo you learn on a quarter pipe. If you are able to stand up in that feeble, it is very easy to just switch into an axle stall and then drop back in. It is a feeble 250/50. This is definitely one that looks pretty hard, but it's actually pretty easy, and you can even take it into more combos, like go back and forth if you so choose. Probably the most advanced one on this list is the nollie frontside disaster. So this one has a very cool look to it. Basically, you ride up until your front wheels are almost at the coping, and then you just do a nollie 180 kick turn, and then you're just in another rock. You just push in and go to regular. And I think since you have a nice view of the coping as you're doing that nollie kick turn, it's pretty easy to figure out. If you're feeling ambitious, a lot of these tricks can easily be taken into a grind just by applying a bigger angle and more speed. Like the axle stall can turn into a 50/50 grind, nollie disaster into a nollie lip. A very cool one to turn into the grind is the rock to fakie, turn that into a board slide to fakie, etc. Boom, those are 10 quarter pipe tricks that I believe you can learn in one day. Pick one of these and learn it in one day, or maybe you can learn all 10 in one day. Before you click away, now it's only fair that I told you all these tricks that you guys should learn, that I work on some quarter pipes that I'm pretty weak at. What? I'm gonna work on the back tail and the backside nose pick. I am very uncomfortable with them, so I'm gonna work on this baby quarter pipe and just try to improve a little bit. It's all about those baby steps. Let's get it. Okay, that was definitely the best feeling backside nose pick I've ever done. Stoked I decided to try some more today. Last time was a horrible battle, although this is a much smaller quarter pipe. Anyways, I'm excited to eventually have this one in the bag. I'm gonna keep working on it. Should be the same on this one, right? Why does my brain have to make it so much more difficult? It's getting crazy. Yeah, my brain is telling me I'm gonna die if I keep trying this. Sometimes if that voice is telling you you're gonna die, it's okay to listen to it.
Hold up, I forgot my manners. They call me the one, it's nice to meet you, man.
Oh, you got that!
Think a little birdie told me y'all been lost. Yeah, lacking management, in need of a boss, it ain't me, that's what I can't be. I open up and let that stain see, till he paint me. This kind of rap, it really pains me. They try to shame me.
Can I go for the kickflip? When I land it?
Sure.
Okay, ready, I'm going. Whoa, okay, I'm gonna redo that.
All right. Should I go first tee?
Yeah, always first tee.
Do you want to see more of these 5 or 10 trick videos? I have so many trick ideas, and I would love to keep inspiring you guys to learn new tricks. If you enjoy them, make sure you smash the like button to let me know, or leave a comment with any specific ideas or obstacles, or what sort of these videos do you want to see. Also, my Instagram is right here. If you land any of these tricks in one day, I want to hear about it. Send me a DM or comment on my recent posts, and if you got any footage of it, I would love to see it. Human, let's see where they're going. Not here. Okay, good. Basically, you go... It's essentially just, it's not too, just waiting for the wind. It's not stopping, the wind's not stopping. Skateboarding and filming is so fun. I forgot to check the time, and I have class in 10 minutes. Let's get it.